Hi, Wellness Wizards. I'm Brian Hogan, life coach, filmmaker, clinical therapist, and creator of the S.H.I.F.T model. S.H.I.F.T stands for Somatic, Holistic, Internal Family Tapping. It's an integration of emotional freedom techniques and internal family systems therapy, where we bring the body's wisdom and the mind's parts into dialogue. Today, in just about 15 minutes, we're going to shift your relationship with one of the most powerful and protective energies of all, shame. Shame is often carried by what IFS calls firefighters, the parts that rush in when we feel too much pain. They binge, they scroll, overwork, or make jokes, anything to put out the fire. But underneath their urgency lives a tender story. I'm trying to save you from being burned again. Together, we'll explore that energy, listen to it, and begin to transform its relationship to you. All you need is your body, your breath, and a willingness to feel with kindness. Not to fix, but to befriend. So S.H.I.F.T means somatic, we heal through the body. Holistic, we use every part of our experience. Internal family, we meet each part as it is, not as the mind labels it. And then T for tapping. We regulate the nervous system through gentle, rhythmic touch. So as we tap, remember, we're not trying to get rid of shame or firefighters. We're building enough safety for them to put down their hoses and tell the truth. So take a slow breath. Take your time here. Put your hands on your heart if that feels aligned, and picture a moment when you felt shame. Maybe you said something, failed at something, or you were criticized, and another part rushed in to distract, defend, or numb. That's a firefighter. It moves fast. It says, don't feel that. Notice where that energy lives in your body. Heart in the chest, heat, tightness in the jaw, restlessness in your hands. You don't have to judge, you just notice. And then begin tapping with me on the side of your hand. Even though, and remember, tapping is a repeat after me practice. So you just repeat the words I'm saying and in real time change them to words that resonate as more true for you if what I'm saying doesn't feel true for you. And that's the power in this practice. Okay, even though this part moves fast to stop my pain, I respect its urgency. Even though it sometimes creates chaos, I know it's trying to protect me. Even though shame feels unbearable, I can be with it safely now. Top of the head. This firefighter part means well. Eyebrow. It races to help me avoid hurt. Side of the eye. It learned speed equals safety. Under the eye. It hates feeling weak or exposed. Under the nose. It fears what shame might do to me. Chin. It takes over before I can blink. Collarbone. It's been my first responder for years. Under the arm. I can thank it for its effort and stay present. Okay, so stop tapping. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through pursed lips. And as you're doing that, just tune into this energy. What does this firefighter believe would happen if it didn't act so fast? And just let the answers come. It's okay to pause the video here as you reflect on each question if you need to. What pain is it trying to keep me from feeling? Can my inner wizard thank it for its service, myself with a capital S, without letting it run the show? And just notice what comes up, allow what comes up, as long as it feels safe. And now let's meet the energy the firefighter protects us from. Shame itself, not the story, just the feeling, the collapse, the flush of heat, that I want to disappear feeling. It's not bad. It's a signal saying, please don't disconnect from me. So let's do that now. Even though shame feels heavy and hot, I can breathe with it. Even though I want to turn away, I can look with gentleness. Even though this feeling hurts, I know it comes from care. Top of the head. This is the ache of being seen. Eyebrow. The fear of not being enough. Side of the eye. It burns because I care about this deeply. Under the eye. It's not proof of wrongness. Under the nose. It's proof of my humanity. Chin. I can sit with this heat and not run. Collarbone. I can breathe through the tender spot. Under the arm. Shame is a call for connection, not punishment. Okay, stop tapping. Take that nice, slow breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through pursed lips. And here are the reflective questions. And again, feel free to pause the video after you hear each one if you want to take a little bit more time with whatever comes up. What does this shame want me to know about what I value? What happens inside when I let myself feel instead of fighting it? And can I hold this part the way I would hold a friend who feels unworthy? Just sit with that and allow yourself to notice whatever comes up without judgment. And then let's invite the firefighter and the shame to share a moment of peace together. Just use your imagination to imagine the firefighter placing its hose down beside a gentle stream. It can rest because you're here now. You're the true you, your true nature, your inner wizard. Even though this part is tired of fighting, I can offer rest. Even though shame and urgency have been locked together, I can help them breathe. Even though they never trusted peace before, they can try it now. Top of the head. Both parts want safety. Eyebrow. They just had different methods. Side of the eye. Fire and water can coexist. Under the eye. My presence changes the temperature. Under the nose. I can cool the shame without extinguishing truth. Chin. They don't have to fight each other anymore. Collarbone. Self can lead with compassion. Underarm. Peace is possible inside me. Okay, now stop tapping and take that nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through pursed lips. And then just allow yourself to reflect. What relief might your firefighter feel right now? What would shame say if it knew it was safe to exist without hiding? Just take your time with this. Pause the video as needed. And now imagine your inner firefighter and your shame sitting in the same room. You, self, your inner wizard, sits between them, calm, curious, compassionate. You don't take sides, you translate. on the side of the hand. Even though these parts once battled for control, they can learn to trust me. Even though shame once hid and fire once burned, they both belong. Even though I feared them both, I'm starting to see their good intentions now. Top of the head. Every part has a purpose. Eyebrow. Fire shows passion and energy. Side of the eye. Shame reveals a longing for belonging. Under the eye. Together, they can transform into empathy. Under the nose. Self holds them both with wisdom. Chin. No part is the enemy. Collarbone. Integration feels like warm calm. Under the arm. This is wholeness returning. Okay, so stop tapping and take that nice, slow, deep breath in. And then just allow yourself to reflect. How does it feel when your firefighter doesn't have to hide the shame anymore? What quality of self-energy is most present now? Calm, curiosity, compassion, maybe some courage, because this is difficult stuff. Let this compassionate energy expand beyond you. Imagine everyone's firefighters in shame softening at once. An entire planet learning that protection and vulnerability can exist in the same heart. And as the fractal patterns of consciousness suggest, we will let our healing and our softening ripple outward. Even though, on the side of the hand now we're tapping, shame still exists in the world, I can respond with understanding. Even though others hide their fire, I can honor their effort. Even though it's a lifelong practice, I can lead with love. Top of the head, my healing helps the collective. Eyebrow, my peace teaches possibility. Side of the eye, shame transforms in the light of acceptance. Under the eye, fire becomes warmth, not fear. Under the nose, my body remembers safety. Chin, my nervous system trusts connection. Collarbone, compassion is contagious. Under the arm, this is the shift. Stop tapping, take that nice deep breath in, and then as you hear the reflective questions, feel free to pause the video as needed to allow what wants to come up. What does your firefighter want to remember from today? What promise or connection can self make to the parts that carry shame? How can self show up for them? And how might you walk differently in the world when you no longer fear being seen? Okay, so take a deep breath. You've just completed a full shift. Somatic, holistic, internal family tapping, focused on your relationship to shame and the firefighters who carry it. You listened to fears, heard shame's message, and let self-energy lead. That's what healing looks like. Not fighting your parts, but befriending them. If this practice resonated, then save it, share it, or repeat it wherever you feel the urge to hide or react. Each time you pause and tap, you teach your nervous system that fire and feeling can coexist in peace. And that ripples outward into the entire world, into your communities, your families. I trust you, humanity. See you in the next video.